Now, earlier on in the week, we were lucky enough to have a chat with Dave Davies of the Kinks, the legendary guitarist. Unfortunately, somehow we've lost the beginning of the interview. It's gone forever.
It's only a
on
couple
the
of
cutting room
minutes.
floor. It's like the first question. So we're going to join Dave. I just asked him the question about how he got his filthy sound on the guitar, which is how Distortion was born. So he comes in telling us about the shop that he went down the road to buy it in.
A shop just near us. And I plugged it in. That sounded crap as well. So I thought, I'm fed up with this. So I got a single-sided razor blade and I cut the cone of the speaker, not thinking for a minute that it would even work. But out came this rasping, dirty sound, and I loved it.
So a moment of stupidity ended up being a legendary sound.
Yeah, it's funny the things that crazy kids do by accident.
Yeah.
Oh, those damn crazy kids.
Yeah, because everybody thought I was totally crazy anyway. So I always like unusual things and things a little bit odd, you know.
Well,
but I loved it. I loved the sound. It took a while for people to get used to it, but once we refined it, it became the sound we used on You Really Got Me.
Brilliant.
well, it is. And also, some of the songs that you did, I must state Lola as being the obvious one. Very, very...
Yep.
It was a bit shocking.
Controversial.
Controversial. We loved that, you know, in the day.
Yeah. It was kind of a sing-along, and people... It's really funny in that song, because some years ago, I heard from a musician who worked at the club circuit, and, just like small clubs, and he said, in Texas, and he kept saying, he'd been doing Lola in his set for years.
And he didn't realise.
And he didn't realise what it was about.
No, that's funny.
And he got really angry. And he realised he was singing a song about transsexuals.
And from Texas, that wouldn't go down well.
And he said, I'm never going to do that song again. I'm never going to do it again.
Oh no, that's...
Why didn't you listen to the bloody words in the first place?
You're too right. It's quite obvious, isn't it?
Oh, crikey, my cheeks are hurting.
There's no funnier than folk, I suppose.
This is true,
Especially in Texas, I think. That's made me laugh.
Yeah, because it's kind of, it's really sing-along and cheerful kind of.
It is,
song.
yeah. But
But the thing about a band like the Kinks, you never know where you are with a band like the Kinks. It can be serious and it can be funny, and you don't know who's taking the rise out of who half the time.
Your music is it's quite difficult to categorise the Kinks, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I think we've had a few problems with record companies over the years, I think. Especially in the 80s, early 80s and 70s, when record companies wanted, hear a couple of tracks from a band or an artist and expect the whole album to be similar. But with Kinks music was always, you hear the first two tracks and the next track's totally different.
Yeah.
That's just, Ray and I, we grew up listening to... hang on, sorry, there's a bleep on me.
Okay, don't worry.
Yeah, we grew up listening to such diversity of music, from Frank Sinatra to Elvis to Fats Domino. So we were naturally, eclectic in our taste when we became performers and recording artists. And it was quite difficult for people to put us in the box. Everybody wants to put everybody in the box.
Yeah.
But
You can't with the Kinks.
No.
well, I think it makes life more enjoyable to be interested in those different things. I mean, I love music. I love to listen to Dvorak and Beethoven, all kinds of like country and western.
Dvorak's 7th Symphony in D minor, I can recommend. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's rocks. So,
I like music. I like anything that's sort of played with a bit of intent and purpose.
and you have now got one of the gigs that is getting London rubbing their sweaty knees together going on, haven't you? You got the Barbican on April the 11th, and they're even the Guardian's getting excited, Ray. I mean, oh God, Dave, I'm so sorry.
That's all right. It happens all the time.
Oh,
it shouldn't. One's a guitarist.
You're peas in a pod. But the Barbican gig on the 11th of April is apparently very, very... everyone wants a ticket. You can't get a ticket for love nor money.
But I'm so looking forward to it. Really, I haven't played London as a solo performer for a long time, and I'm really excited. They've got a new album out. The album's called "I Will Be Me."
Yeah.
And I'm really, enjoying playing. I've come off a string of gigs in America. I played New York and Chicago, and I feel really good. I'm really looking forward to coming home.
Brilliant. Dave, I've seen you over many years play many, many different guitars. What are you favouring at the moment?
Well, I'm using a guitar I like at the moment. It's a Fender Tele, really, with a maple neck. And but it's got like a different pickup. It's got lace sensor pickups. And I like the tone of them. They're a little bit more leaning towards the Gibson tone.
Nice.
So,
How are you feeling in yourself, sweetheart? Because I know about 10 years ago something bad happened. You had a bit of a stroke, and you've come back from that.
I didn't have a bit of one. I had one.
Okay. I'm sorry. I was making it sound gentle there. But you've done a lot of spiritual healing after that. Do you believe that's helped?
Yeah, of course it did. I've always been interested in yoga and meditation and alternative ways of being or thinking or feeling. So I found it was really helpful knowing about all this stuff when I was ill. And it was a struggle back, but you've got to be persistent.
Well, you've done a good job of it, mate. You're up and playing the Barbican. Hello. That's pretty good going, isn't it? Really.
Let's hope I can stand up for 14 minutes.
Oh, we'll come and help you, Dave. Don't worry.
I'll hold one arm. Stu will hold the other.
Not a problem. Dave, something we ask every rock star that we interview. Are you ready for this question?
I don't think so.
No, you're probably not. What is your favourite fish?
I don't eat fish, but not to eat.
Okay.
Admiring.
And I do like fish to look at. Funny question.
So what's your favourite fish?
In
the whole world?
Is a shark a fish or a mammal?
I'll give you a shark.
Oh, Stu
no, a
is
shark's
a shark,
definitely a fish. Yeah.
A whale is a mammal, right? A whale isn't a fish.
A whale's a mammal, a shark's a fish.
Stu loves his sharks as well.
So, Dave, the 11th of April at the Barbican is where we want that place absolutely packed out for you. Cannot wait to see you. Thank you so much for doing the interview, Dave. It's very, very nice of you. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please put your hands together for Dave Davies,
friend of HFM Friday Night Rock Show. You are a brilliant bloke, and you know what? You keep it going. You keep those riffs buzzing.
Cheers, Dave.
Okay.
Thank you very much indeed. Cheers,
See
Dave.
you at the Barbican.
We will do, matey. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Bye.
Take care of yourself, sweetheart.
Thank you.
What a lovely bloke.